There are dozens and dozens of broken headstones down there on a hiking trail. What in the hell have I got myself into this time? Hi, I'm Rick Higgins. That's Richmond, Virginia, and today we're going hiking. Muddy as hell hiking, starting right here on this urban bridge. Yeah, there are headstones here. There are actually quite a few of them all up and down the trail, and I'm going to explain to you where they came from, and actually the answer is just over this hill to my right, your left, but I'm going to make you wait on a bit. Why? Because I'm a tease. Because first, we got to talk about how I got here. So yep, lots of great hiking in this fine southern city, but you were asking about those dead people, weren't you? What you got here is Hollywood Cemetery, a 130 acres of eternal rest. Built in 1860, it holds the bodies of 2.5 presidents, and I'm going to explain that one to you in just a second. There are also 18,000 dead Confederate soldiers buried here in the cemetery, and more than a few ghosties. And the rumor is, well, the ghosties are the Confederate soldiers, because they're kind of unhappy that they fought for the wrong side. So what's a pyramid doing in a place like this? Well, I'm glad you asked. That is a tribute, a monument to those 18,000 dead Confederate soldiers that I mentioned earlier. And before I can explain that, I really need to get into the guts of this city. I need to explain to you what Richmond was and what Richmond has become. I am standing on Monument Avenue, this grand boulevard which once contained giant memorials and statues to Confederate generals of the war long since lost. Now, why am I telling you this? Well, because this once defined Richmond. They had huge statues and monuments. The one behind me that I'm showing you was to Robert E. Lee, and they tore it down. It's but a stubble of what it once was. All right, there's a metaphor here, an overt yet subtle metaphor, that if this city which since days gone by has defined itself by a losing Confederacy, by what once was and could have been, if they can change, if they can evolve, if they can knock down the past and look towards the future, well, pretty much anyone can, right? And that kind of includes, well, you know who. So, taking down this monument behind me, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, regardless of what I just told you about this fine city. It's a little too large. And in any way, I'm two minds about this. For one, I don't think it's a bad thing to keep monuments to the past as long as you use them to instruct and to teach. It's just when you start to worship the past and wish that you could relive it that you got the problem. It's not the monument's fault, it's the mindset behind it. And that's what we got to change. Okay, my friends, I promised you 2.5 presidents, so play pomp and circumstance and on we go. Okay, so that's one of the guys I was talking to you about. That's James Monroe, the 5th president of the United States. And yeah, I don't remember what he did either. I'm not sure what he was famous for. He's not really a part of this story. And this is Jefferson Davis, the half of the 2.5 presidents that I promised you. There's a train going by and I'm gonna have to wait for this whole thing. And this guy right here, he's Jefferson Davis. He is the half of the 2.5 presidents that I promised you. Not a president of the United States. He was the first and only president of the Confederate States of America. At least, you know, that's how they built him here, as one of the fine presidents. Now, as far as those broken headstones, which lie down there on the trail, I'm still not sure that those were just printing errors and they threw them over the edge because they didn't know what else to do with them. I think I'm gonna have to go back and kind of look at those names and maybe look them up. Just not today because I'm really tired. Okay, there's a whole lot more about Richmond outdoors that I could talk to you about, but the sun is fading and I've got 10 more miles left to get back to where I started. And I really don't want you to watch me do, well, my lack of cardio thing. So instead, I invite you to watch this next video, which was me back in San Francisco, huffing and puffing. And by the way, stay till the very end. There's an Easter egg at the very back. It'll kind of explain, well, it'll explain why I'm doing what I'm doing now. And with that, be healthy, be happy, and we'll see you soon.